Have you ever met a nerd so strong that they begin glowing purple because they look like they eat McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? But don't be fooled by this guy's appearance, as he can send you to another world using his truck Kunz, as bro has unlimited power. Anyways, meet my friend Chad. He's never ever seen a Discord mod in real life before, and he's about to get banished to another world for making fun of romance anime. So now it's over for my friend Chad, as the wrath of the Discord mod is about to send him to an anime world where if he doesn't complete the quests on time, then he will have to say goodbye to his precious spicy banana nuggets. Regardless, let's go back an hour earlier, where we find Chad busy watching a brand new romance anime. Here, bro gets absolutely disgusted by the fact that it took the main character an entire season just so he could hold his childhood friend's hand. So here's the thing, Chad ain't having none of the simp syndrome that people like Bam from Tower of God always suffer from. Because if you look closely, Chad lives up to his name, as he's literally binging the show while he's trying to rice cake smash a random girl. Of course, the girl gets superbly frustrated as bro isn't focusing hard enough to send her into the sussy dimension, so she starts demanding Chad to get along with his train. And so bro decides to rice cake smash to do her a favor, but Chad still can't believe that someone would stay in the friend zone for years just to hold someone's hand. Because for our boy, he does more than hold hands, as he got more girls than IShowSpeed has fans. Nevertheless, after conquering his hourly threshold of girls, he decides to check his phone, but he ignores all the messages from girls wanting him to come over. Instead, he goes on Reddit to send a message to the creator of the anime to speed up the romantic process between the leads, as he thinks it's too unrealistic. And so bro decides to go home, still busy thinking about how someone can really be such a simp, as there's no way in the world a boy would be satisfied with just holding hands after 18 years. Suddenly, as he continues thinking about the ending, a purple light begins to engulf everything around him, not realizing that there would even be people choosing Roblox over girls. Eventually, Chad drives his beamer straight into a purple portal by accident, as it popped out faster than the seasonal zits. Mere seconds later, a man looking like he only eats flaming hot Doritos appears out of nowhere and introduces himself as the man that created the anime about simps. Mr. Dorito Man then reveals his fury after reading Chad's Reddit message, where my friend accidentally called him the main virgin. So here's the thing, Chad isn't actually scared or anything right now, he's just appalled that the man looking like a Twinkie smells like he hasn't showered in over a month. Needless to say, after closely inspecting the appearance of the mysterious man, Chad begins to make fun of him, as his chin apparently looks like pudding and he might as well start his frying pan soon. Unfortunately for the author though, the more he gets angry, the more his fat jiggles like it's some fresh Wagyu steak ready to mingle, causing Chad to make fun of him even more. Eventually, the legendary suckling pig has had enough, so he pulls out a forbidden book called the Academy Dating Diary, causing him to glow even more like he's from the planet Namek. Soon enough, Chad the Menace faces a brand new portal ready to take him into another world, but somehow he isn't budging, as bro isn't familiar with this type of thing. As such, our boy gets siphoned straight into the book, taking him into a world that Dorito Hero has created himself. But I'm still confused as to why bro didn't just conjure up a spell to remove his ugliness. Anyways, here he gets reincarnated as a silver-haired character named Taeyang, where he's secretly given a couple of skills. Apparently one of them is literally something he's totally used to in the real world, as he's my gym bro, allowing all female NPCs to crave his efforts more than I crave tacos. Nevertheless, Taeyang takes a moment to piece things together, as he initially thought it was just a dream. Unfortunately, it finally dawned on him that bro screwed up in more ways than one. And while looking at a mirror, a random quest notification appeared, alerting Taeyang that a brand new main quest has arrived. But since he's a noob, Taeyang is absolutely confused, but luckily for him, the game system begins revealing to him that today is his first day at Victory Academy. Upon taking a closer look at the prompt, Taeyang freaks out, as the penalty for failing his first quest, where he must rice cake smash one person, will result in him perishing. Nonetheless, without moving a single inch, Taeyang gets showered by multiple other prompt-like tutorials, explaining that he has multiple skills. Now, since he really doesn't gain much anymore, he wonders why this anime would have such game systems when it was literally just about love and romance. Anyways, he shrugs it off and continues by transporting himself to school, where his Chad demeanor allows him to show up looking all cool. Sure enough, after taking his first steps into the academy, he instantly learns from the previous Taeyang's memories that in the past, monsters began showing up in the world. And with the world looking like it was about to be overrun by monsters, people with mysterious abilities and powers began popping up around the world, whom they deem as the Awakened. And here at the Academy, Taeyang will be able to learn and develop his skills while also being taught how to manage his powers correctly. Regardless, just as he was about to enter the main halls of Victory Academy, bro gets ganked by a girl named Sujin from the leadership team. She then begins to berate our boy for showing up on his first day without abiding by the school's dress code, but really, who cares? Turns out, Sujin cares a lot, so she tries to reprimand him, but Taeyang begins to fidget within his pockets, causing Sujin to be even more suspicious of him. And so she tries to grab his hand to make him pull out whatever he was hiding in his pockets, since it could be illegal, but then the sussy tables turn. It's then revealed that it's actually Taeyang's banana sword, and the only reason he's fidgeting right now is because the genes don't give his banana tree plantation an ample amount of space. Unfortunately, Bro couldn't really explain to Sujin what's going on, so she's forced to bring him into the interrogation room of the school, as she needs to get to the bottom of this. After finishing locking up the door behind her, she begins her Fire Nation attacks as she repeatedly attempts to get into his pockets, causing Taeyang to yell "Stop it, mommy." Unfortunately, that didn't help his cause, so she ends up pushing him into the wall, as Sujin has had enough with this suspicious-looking man, so she decides to destroy every inch of privacy. She then attempts to yank something large and unknown out of his pockets, but Sujin begins to wonder why the contraband happens to grow larger the more she tries to get it out. Meanwhile, Taeyang tries his hardest to not say anything, as he can't believe Sujin hasn't yet realized what she's doing to his little volcano, and soon it might erupt. Eventually, some sticky goo begins to shower her hand like Spider-Man's web, but little does she know this isn't about Spider-Man 2 releasing soon. Anyways, Taeyang decides to impart Sujin with some grand knowledge as she continues to investigate the mysterious little substance, letting her know that it came directly from his volcano. Upon realizing what she had just done for the past 30 minutes, Sujin falls to her weak knees, arms spaghetti, totally flabbergasted that she ran through his banana tree plantation faster than Usain Bolt. After taking a moment of reprieve, she quickly crawls over to the other side of the room to open up all the locks she closed earlier, knowing she needs to escape as soon as possible due to the impending doom behind her. Unfortunately for Sujin, she's unable to unlock the door as her hands are way too sticky from Taeyang's slime eruption, allowing for our boy to gank her already ready to go. Taeyang then decides to remove his plated armor pants, revealing to Sujin a behemoth larger than a dinosaur. It was at this very moment Sujin knew she screwed up big time, so she begins telling Taeyang that she was mistaken the entire time and there's no need for her to search him. And with her sudden change in attitude, another game notification appeared, notifying Taeyang that his main skill is currently activated, allowing him to suppress the target and their powers. It's then revealed that if he activates his strong, sussy sword and hits Sujin with a direct blow, he will then be able to copy the skills of anyone he wishes. So now Bro is actually overpowered as heck, since he can straight up copy anyone's skills as long as he's able to defeat girls that have never experienced the power of rice cake destroying before. Regardless, as Sujin slowly begins losing all logical sense and rational thought, due to our boy accidentally activating more and more of his skills by accident, she begins to crave TV, the ice cream cone in front of her. And so the Sussy Nation attacks, allowing Taeyang to ask Sujin to use her tongue attack technique to make her dire offense against him earlier become a thing of the past. Now with his main quest condition complete, Sujin heads out of the room while trembling from head to toe due to her feeling absolute bliss. But just as I thought it was all over, Taeyang comes out of the jungle again and ganks Sujin right before she's able to exit the room, claiming that they aren't done yet. Upon Sujin looking down at the behemoth in front of her, Mr. Taeyang informs her that his gummy worm is still able to keep on being salty, so she can run to town if she would like. And so the rest was history, as Sujin did not respond with a single no. Instead, Sujin's hands attempt to do some love sign language by shaking harder than when you know your parents are about to whoop you. Anyways, long story short, Taeyang showed off his king's powers, making sure the brand new princess from the tiny nation got absolutely blasted by his knight over and over, allowing him to finally get the quest complete notification. With Sunbae still on the floor, Taeyang shows no care in the world as Bro continued to sift through the menu as he kept getting showered with new skills and rewards for completing a main quest. And as he starts learning some brand new skills, it finally dawns on our boy that maybe, just maybe, he could use some of his new skills as a way to escape this new world. Regardless, one of the skills he learns is an ability called the Enchanting Stare, allowing him to see anyone's personal information. Now the weird part is that Bro realized that his ability to copy skills did not work the way he thought it would. Instead, he randomly gains a skill from someone that loves his target. So in this instance, that person that truly loves Sujin is actually her dad. So Bro gets instantly weirded out as he just finished whipping her motorbike. Anyways, after finishing going through all the brand new pop-ups, our boy turns around to check up on Sujin, only for Taeyang to notice that somehow, the entire room is squeaky clean, like Mr. Clean. Nevertheless, the two decide to part ways and act like nothing ever happened, so Taeyang orders Sujin to leave first so no one could suspect a thing. Unfortunately, just as they thought the coast was clear, a teacher enters the room as soon as Sujin unlocks the door. However, Taeyang decides that this is now the prime opportunity to try out his brand new skill he earned from completing the quest earlier, so he begins staring at Teacher, looking like a total sussy baka. Now this ain't going to be the plot twist I'd be down to learn about, but nonetheless we learn that this man is Duchul, the strongest instructor within the academy. Duchul then takes him away as he informs our boy that he's personally going to show him around the academy, causing Sujin to grab him, where she shyly asks for him to call her back anytime as it felt like the bomb earlier. Anyways, as Duchul shows Taeyang around, we get a flashback to the day before, where it's revealed that all the teachers had a briefing about Taeyang, warning them of his powers. We then learn that our boy just transcended 3 days ago due to a high-level transcendent trying to beat him up, but that man chose the wrong person to pick on as Taeyang beat him to a pulp. It's also revealed that Taeyang is very unique as his main skill is a passive skill, unlike most of the transcended population that needs to activate their main skill, so he's more powerful than usual. Regardless, upon reaching their final tourist spot within the academy, Duchul tells the story of something called the Fat Boy Incident to Taeyang. Our boy then learns the incident of when someone like him got picked on so hard that one day, his emotions built up so much that bro activated the largest explosion jutsu known to man, destroying everything within 1,000 miles. So now at Victory Academy, every single student with passive skills are forced to wear a special new invention to prevent such incidents from ever occurring again. But upon the reveal of the special invention, Taeyang begins to laugh uncontrollably as he can't believe it looks exactly like the wrapper he uses when a girl is feeling special on the day.